Hey everybody. All right, so today our cardio workout requires no equipment. If you want it, optional things would be a towel because we're probably going to sweat, and a step stool will be helpful for quite a bit of them. And if you have a yoga mat, we'll use our yoga mat. So make sure you gather up your things. It's going to be about 25 minutes, maybe a little bit more. And I've got lots of options for low impact and high impact. So let's go. All right, first thing we want to do is get warmed up. So just bring those heels to the glutes. Nice and gentle. Just trying to make sure we get some movement through our knees. Nothing extreme. Good. Now let's take those hips into a little bit more activity here. So take them around. Just a few circles in that outward direction first. And let's reverse, take it in the opposite direction. If you need to hold on to something for stability, go ahead and grab the wall. If you're trying to get extreme range of motion, stop just as much as feels comfortable right now. Remember, we are warming up. We're just trying to get the body moving. Let's switch. Let's do the other side. Keeping that core nice and strong. Again, hold on to something if you need it. And let's take it around the other direction. Good, let's get some arms in here. We're just gonna get some shoulder circles forward, tiny, not huge, just tiny circles. And let's reverse, take it the other way. And let's put it all together, arms and legs. So take your feet at about hip width, whatever feels good for you for your squat. Reach up and pull down. So we're gonna let those arms come down as we squat. Reach as you stand, pull like there's a band that you're trying to pull down from the ceiling. That squat doesn't have to be deep, but I want you to think about your back staying nice and flat as you sink into it. So make sure that we're not overarching in either direction. And last one. Let's take that left knee down to the floor, reach that left arm up. Push the hip forward, nice big reach. Big inhale into that side of the body. Long exhale. And let's switch. Let's do the other side. Right knee's down on the floor, right arm reaches up. Big inhale, long exhale. All right, we're good. Let's get started. So we're going to set the timer for 50 seconds. Our first circuit's going to be longer. We're going to keep breaking it down. So 50 seconds for this first one. We're going to start with squat jacks or side squats. So if you're okay with the impact, you're going to take it down and up. Keep it going for that 50 seconds. If these jumps aren't feeling good for whatever reason, you're going to take it to the side, a little bit of squat back and forth. If it feels good and you want to make it deeper, go ahead and go deeper. Your choice. We've got 3 sets on these exercises. Take breaks when you need it, but try to keep moving in some way if you can. Maybe all that is just a side step. If you need to go to that, see if that's manageable, if that'll work for you. You got it. We just got about 15 seconds. All right, we're going to switch. So we're going to go into our plank, and you're going to tap it out. So if you've got that step stool, this is probably more comfortable. Hold that core nice and strong. Tap it out back and forth. Good. If you're more comfortable on your forearms, take it to your forearms, either on the floor or on that step stool. You guys keep going. I got to tie my shoe. Or tuck my lace in, I guess. Good. We got about 15 seconds. You got it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going jumping jacks. Keep those jumping jacks going. If the jumps aren't comfortable, tap it out. You're still moving, keeping that body active. Hopefully you didn't drink too much water before this. I think I did. I'm sloshing. I'll survive. We're going to go back to it. We got about 30 more seconds on these jacks. And then we're going back into those squat jacks, killing those legs. You got it. Almost there. 9 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, shake it out. Either the squat jacks or your side squats. You still got 5 seconds. Let's see if I can figure out why I don't have any sound here. There we go. All right, squat jacks. Nice and light on those landings. Again, just like I said in the warm-up, make sure that as we come in and out of that squat, our ribs and our hips stay stacked, so we're not rounding or overarching. Anytime you need to, you can shake it out. We could do some turns. If you're getting bored with looking at me, look around. You got it. 8 seconds. We get that little bit of a breather, and then we go into those plank with the tap outs. All right, switch it up. Nice, strong plank. Always starting with no movement, making sure you've got everything good. Then we're gonna add in those taps. 50 seconds. Take it down to those forearms if you need to. Probably getting more core, so if it feels like it's too much and you're comfortable in that high plank, stick with it. Keep it going. I'm just going to give you a few points on cueing. Shoulders pulled down away from your ears. Activate those lats, the muscles under your armpits as you're in that plank. Make sure that your pelvis is not tilted into that anterior tilt. We want to tuck as if there's a tail. You're pulling it between your legs and you're pulling it in. You've just got about 11 seconds. Almost there. All right, come on up. Shake it out. We're going into our jumping jacks, but you got a little bit of a breather. If you're ready and you want to start, go ahead and start. It's not that long of a break. 3, 2, 1, jumping jacks. Finish in round 2. We just got one more round after this, and then we switch it up, new exercises. So if you didn't like these, at least we only have to do 3 sets, right? Good, switch it up. If you need to go into that low impact at any time, whether it's because you're out of breath, this will bring that heart rate down a little bit, or if you're feeling that in your joints, it could be your ankles, it could be your knees, it could be your back. Listen to your body, do the movement that feels okay right now. Feel free to switch back and forth like I'm doing. Mix it up. You got it, almost there. All right, let's go back to our squat jacks. Shake it out. And 3, 2, 1, down and out, up to the top. This workout is awesome. It's short, it's less than 30 minutes, but it is super effective. No matter which variations you're choosing, give yourself a huge pat on the back, huge high five, because you're doing it. That's what counts. Keep that core strong. 20 seconds. Hopefully you're not still sloshing like I am. Not a comfortable feeling. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go back to your plank. Remember, you got a few seconds here, so if you need it, catch that breath, bring it down. Forearms are high plank, and tap it out. Good. Remember that leg. When I lift off on that left side and my right leg is the only thing there, it has to stay really strong, as well as my obliques. So this is a deep core exercise, but because I'm lifting off that one leg, again, keep it going. You should feel those sides of the waistline kicking in to hold you stable, because we don't want to be rocking our hips side to side. So just that tiny range of motion, really strong through the whole body. So close, 8 seconds. Woo! All right, we just gotta do those jumping jacks, and then we're moving on to new exercises. Shake it out, 3, 2, and 1, go. 50 seconds. So our next round, we're going 40 seconds. We go down 10 seconds each time. Mentally, that feels good, right? We get the hard stuff out of the way first, and then we move on to the easier, or at least less time. It might not be easier. Good. As we lift those arms up, make sure we're not scrunching. Think shoulders down away from the ears. Think about those landings. Every time we land, not letting those knees cave in. Using our hips. Do those strength workouts so that those hips are strong. Whether this is your cardio, or you're walking, or running, or biking, we want to have those strong muscles to support our joints. You got it. 3, 2, and 1. Whew. That's loud, huh? We'll turn that down for the next one. All right, so for this round, we still got 3 exercises. We're gonna do 2 up, focusing on the legs, 1 down, focusing on the core. So get that yoga mat out, and we are starting with a plie. Remember, this is only 40 seconds. Forgot to turn it down. We'll get it turned down. Knees and toes out. We're gonna sink into that plie up and down. If you feel comfortable, as you stand, we're gonna twist and punch. So when I do that twist, my knee and my toe points in. I'm moving from the hip so that my whole leg moves inward. Yes, you got it. Skip that twist. Maybe you're just adding the punch and keeping it going on that plie. If you want to use light weights on this one, you could, but seriously, 3 pounds or less. Let's not go heavier. This isn't strength. We don't want to aggravate or injure those shoulders. This is going to be shorter, so switching. We're going into our lunges with a kick. We're going to alternate. Take that left leg back, kick, set it down, and then switch. Ready? Go. Start with that left. Left leg back, kick, set it down, switch. Start slow. Remember, that kick should be gentle, like you're pushing something away, not forceful, aggravating the joint. So I don't want to snap it out. I want to push, switch, kick, switch. If you get discombobulated and you find a different rhythm that works for you, go for it. This works for me, but sometimes it doesn't work for everybody. Figure out what works. Kick, set it down, switch. Kick, set it down, switch. As much speed as you feel comfortable, but keep that form. It's only 40 seconds. All right, down to the mat, on your back, bicycle crunch. Deep core engaged, knees lined up over the hips. Shoulders up, opposite shoulder towards that opposite knee. Let's slow things down a little bit as we focus on that core. Remember, our goal here is to keep that deep core engaged. So when I twist, my lower back should stay on. Make sure you're not rolling and rocking. We're using that core to get those rotations, to hold that deep core strong. Get ready to come up. If you can, we're gonna flip it over into plank and come up like you're coming up from a burpee. Almost there. Roll it over. So you're on your stomach. We're gonna jump the feet to the hands. We're going back to our plies. Knees and toes out. Sink down, turn to come up and get that punch. Play with that width of your feet. So I always seem to start too wide and I have to kind of step it in. Keep it going. Yes, looking good. So like I said, adding that speed, totally fine. Just make sure we're not losing that form. We want to make sure that knee and toe is always traveling together. 6 seconds. Get ready to switch. All right, step it together, shake it out. You got a couple seconds. We're going into those lunges with the back kick. So feet, hip width, we're stepping back into that railroad track. Kick, set it down, switch. Come through, kick, set it down, switch. If you can use that core and you have that flexibility, kick up high. But if kicking up high causes you to round your back, just think about a low kick. Protect your spine. Like I said, as long as we're moving, we're doing the right thing for us, we're good. Only push it when you're feeling like that's appropriate. My 4-year-old says appropriate. I love the way she says that. All right, bicycle crunch, back on the floor. Core nice and strong, shoulders up, opposite shoulder towards that knee. Keep those elbows flared out. So I'm gonna come up just so you guys can see me a little bit better from a forward view. When I twist, I'm twisting with those arms out. Try not to get into that chicken dance with your elbows coming in and out. Keep them out so that you're rotating through that whole thoracic part of your spine, that whole rib cage traveling side to side. You still got 20 seconds. Lots of time to practice. We got one more round of these, so we're coming back up for our plies with the punch, plies with the twist. Remember, when it beeps, roll it over. All right, roll all the way over. Plank position, step or jump those feet to the hands, coming back up. Let's get up with good form. Plies, wide stance. Knees and toes out. Sink in, rotate to punch. So I create that nice line. I'm punching with that turning leg. Killing it, you got it. Why are we working out today? We're working out to stay strong, to stay healthy, to be able to move and enjoy our life. And hopefully you're feeling like you need that towel by now. I really don't sweat much, but these cardio workouts totally make me sweat. All right, lunges with the back lunges with the front kick. If you're ready, you don't have to wait for that beep. We're starting now. Timer's going. Set it down, shift that weight. You got it. Remember, that front leg is always your working leg, so you're driving through that. You're keeping those hips level for the back lunge, for the kick, because we're using that core and we're using that hip. Almost there. 10 seconds on those lunges. Almost there. All right, bicycle crunch. Last time. Bring it down. Start as soon as you're ready. Take that breather if you need it. Knees over the hips, shoulders off, elbows flared out. If your neck is feeling a little bit fatigued, interlace those fingers so that you can let your head hang in your hands, like your hands are creating a hammock. And remember, if you're feeling a lot of hip flexors, a lot of psoas, probably means that they're tight, which probably means that they're not very strong. So we want to work on less sitting, stretching through those psoas muscles, and strengthening that back side of the body. But most importantly, number one, less sitting. Almost there. All right, whew. Still really loud, even though I turned it down. Let's move on to that third and last circuit, going down to 30 seconds. All right, so we got 30 seconds each on these. There's a few more exercises or some left and right. Follow with me. They're pretty simple moves. I've got alternatives. If you don't like what I'm picking, we are starting with a side kick. So you're going to go side kick, set it down, strong through that core. If it feels okay, little squat, and then take it back up. Just sinking in, even weight through here, pushing through that back leg to shift. So side view, you can see I'm using those obliques. Both sides, really, I'm stabilizing here. I'm using it to help bring my leg up. You only got 7 seconds, and then we're gonna do that other side. Good, last one. Shake it out. Let's switch. You got a couple seconds here. If you don't need it, just keep it going. So little squat, side kick. 2, 1, now we're beeping. Go. Maybe noticing those differences from side to side. I can tell for some reason my left side is tighter today, and that kick feels a little bit sticky, but feels good to work through that motion. I can tell I'm getting that active stretching, that active mobility. 3 seconds, then we're going for in and outs. All right, I want you to draw an imaginary square on the floor. Go outside of that square. We're gonna go in, out, out. Fast as you can. Ready, set, go. In, out, out. Think about keeping your torso nice and stable so that your legs are moving out away from your body, but you don't have too much side to side if possible. If you need to make it more of a step, keep it more of a step. It doesn't have to be as much of a jump. Find that speed that feels good. Only 30 seconds, so you just got 2 and 1. We're gonna take it to the floor. We're going side plank. If you're okay in that full side plank, we're doing dips. Get going on them. If you're not, bring it down to the knees, skip the dip. Just hold that side plank, so it's your choice. Just 30 seconds, strong through that shoulder. Push that forearm into the floor. Tiny range of motion if you're adding in your dips. Teeny tiny, okay? Should be really close. Or side planks kind of make it feel like 30 seconds is way longer than 30 seconds. But I swear, it's the same. Switch sides. If you find that one side is capable of doing that full and the other side is not, stick with both sides being the same, okay? Stick with both on that modified. Nice strong core, little dip, bring it up. Think about shoulders staying stacked. Try not to lean forward or lean back. Hips, same thing. You've got that nice square with the shoulder and the hip joints lining up. You're using your hips, your core, your shoulders. The whole body is working on this. That's why I like to throw it into this cardio and core workout. All right, come up. We're going for those side kicks. You still got a couple seconds. Kick it to the side. Go. Can add that squat if it feels okay. Again, I'm soft on that kick. Remember that we don't want to snap out that knee. We want it to be pushing that screen away. Almost there. Adjust those positions. If you feel like anything's not grooving right, switch it up. All right, shift sides. You can go if you're ready. You don't have to wait for that beep. And ready, set, go. 30 seconds. Almost there. This is our last circuit, so if you can push through, if you still got some juice, some gas in the tank, we're using it up. 2 and 1. We're going for in and outs. Draw that square. Or maybe it's still there. Wide stance. We're going in and out. If you're ready, start before that beep. You still got 2, 1, 30 seconds, counting down. I get confused on this one. I'd like to switch my rhythm, but sometimes I can't figure out what the different rhythm is. But it's not like I'm doing it every day, so I think we're all right. You got it, 2 seconds. We're going into those side planks. If you remember which side you started with, let's switch. Let's do the opposite side first. Remember, knee side plank is just as good as that full side plank. All right, variations. If that side plank felt terrible for you, if it felt okay, keep going. But if it felt terrible, lay down, make your body like a V shape. Either bring one up with the torso, or maybe you can do two. So this is one where I want you to push with your arms, and I want you to imagine that those legs are stuck in the same pant leg. So they're together because you're lifting with your obliques. This is an alternative for the side plank because we still have a couple more. All right, get ready to switch. Flip it around, other side. Again, if you're doing that mermaid, V position with your body, pushing a little bit with this top arm, either both legs or maybe one leg. That's just an alternative to the side plank, a variation, because you're still working your obliques, a little bit of hips, getting out of that shoulder some, so if that feels better on your shoulder. Because like I said, we got one more circuit of these before we finish. Again, tiny range of motion, really keeping everything pulled in this way and feeling a lot of work on that bottom side of the obliques. All right, come up. Kicks, we're back to our kicks, all on that one side. Little squat if it feels good. Ready, go. Mobility. So when I say this side feels tighter for me today, I could stretch. I could do lots of stretching, but I can also do movement to get that mobility. Think about it. The more you stay in one position, the stiffer you're going to get. So stretching can help, but not if you're still staying in that same position. So back to it. Stand more during your day, not all day, because that'll cause problems too. Let's switch sides. But get more standing, more movement during your day, more breaks. Really helpful. Ready? Go. Good. You got it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Let's go back into those in and outs. If you're ready, don't wait for that beep. Wide stance, in and out. Keep it going. 30 seconds starting now. "20 to 30 minutes for this kind of workout." This is different than a walk, right? Your heart rate is up more. You've got more impact, even if you're doing that low impact. Little different movements than just going for a walk. We don't need it to be long. If for some reason one day you've got enough time to only go through those first 2 circuits and you don't have time for this last one, go for it. Let's go for those side planks. Last time, or your mermaid. If you're ready, I'm going to wait till that beep. Okay, go. Strong. If those dips aren't feeling good, we can skip the dip. Or again, we can take it to the knees. Maybe third set, you are feeling that accumulation. We don't have to keep going with that original variation that you chose. Really close. I am feeling those obliques today. Woo! All right, let's flip. Other side. Stack those feet. Get that elbow under the shoulder. It's okay if your hips are back, because when you come up, timer's rolling, we're gonna bring those hips forward and have that nice line this way. Hopefully that nice line this way. We don't wanna have those hips backwards. We need to have everything in alignment. And in that dip when you're ready. This is last one. Then we just do a little bit of stretching before you can move on with the next thing on your day. That's it. All right, we're good. Okay, grab your towel if you need to. We're going to start with some hip stretches, and we're going to take it onto your back today. If you know different stretches that you want to do, for sure, do something else. All right, cross that left ankle on your right knee. Pull in that right thigh and get that nice stretch. I want you to take a big inhale, long exhale. We're going to do that 2 more times. Big inhale, long exhale. Let all that tension out with that exhale from your hip. Push a little bit with your elbow if it feels good. 1 more inhale. Super long exhale. Let's release and let's go to the other side. So grabbing the thigh, pulling it in. Big inhale. Long exhale. 2 more like that. Last one. Awesome. Roll it up. Take those legs out wide. Think about that string pulling you up nice and tall and walk it forward just a little bit, feeling that nice stretch in the inner thigh. Let's take it back. So as you walk it forward, I want you to take that big inhale, pause. As you exhale, imagine your hips are pushing back behind you and see if you can walk those hands out 1 more step. Let's do it again. Big inhale, no walking out. On that exhale, see if you can walk out 1 more step. Hips are pushing backwards, chest is leading, we're not rounding through that spine at all. Remember, you may still be up here and that's totally fine. That may be flexibility, that may just be the way that your hips sit. All good. All right, let's roll it over onto all 4. So knees under hips, hands under shoulders, round and exhale, tuck that chin. Now inhale, arch your back and look up. Pull the shoulders down away from the ears. So you're pushing your arms through the floor. Exhale, round it again. Big inhale. Relax those feet. I tend to tense up my feet on this one. If you can, try not to tense up those feet. All right, if you're all right, we're going to come into that tall kneeling position if you've got lots of cushion. If you need to stand for this one, go ahead and stand. Take those hands behind the back, open up through the chest. Shoulders still pulling down away from the ears. Pulling apart here, but being really gentle with that pull. Our shoulders are actually like the most mobile joint in your body. We don't need to overdo this stretch at all. All right, same thing that we did in the beginning. Step that right leg forward, reach that left arm up, squeeze the glute and push that hip forward. Get that nice stretch across the left hip flexor. So we're here. For you guys, it probably looks like it's the other way, but as long as we get both sides in, doesn't matter if we're matched up. Make sure that as we reach, we're not arching. Still think about that rib and hip stack. Let's do the other side. Pushing that hip forward, reaching that right arm up if that right leg is down. Reverse it if you did the other side. So the reason that we think about this rib and hip stack, so the more we can keep that during the day, the more we can keep that during our lifts when we're strength training, the less likely we are to injure our back because we're using our core, we're keeping ourselves in a position that allows everything else to stay in alignment. The minute that we start opening up or closing up, we're going to throw things off through our whole body, but especially through our lower back. So really thinking about that stack. It's not about good posture. Sometimes we think about it's here. It's actually a nice stack through here. So focus on those shoulders coming back, but don't let that change your position of your back. Come on up. We just got 1 more stretch. I'm going to do quads. So grab your foot or your ankle if it feels okay. Point that knee towards the floor and squeeze that glute. Big deep breath. Last one, switch and do the other side. Gently release that last leg. We're done. You did awesome. Enjoy the rest of your day.